The guy who sold me my stone masks said either they were a fertility charm or would curse me to lifelong poverty and a violent death. Live dangerously, I say. All right. Looks like the latest issue of Boyd's Life has arrived. I wonder what that crazy Boyd is up to this month. Oh, Boyd's Life. Annual fishing issue. I wonder what those twins are up to this month. This here's my little buddy. Nothing refreshes like cool, clear water. I fill my ashtray with candy in hopes that visitors will forego the dangers of smoking in favor of good, wholesome, processed sugar. Extreme Sports Illustrated is pretty cutting edge. The last issue had an article on ultimate chess, 30 men and 2 women in a literal fight to the death. The PI Rules is my Bible. 20 tried and true aphorisms with plenty of blank pages to add your own. I've come up with 17 others so far. I use this tape to measure my success. I've just got to dust it off and it'll work like a charm. I made these vases in my high school pottery class. It was the easiest B- I ever got. This is where letters of recommendation and thank yous from clients will go. Oops, this letter from the Colonel's been misfiled. Some people have power ties. I have power plants. Just manuals for the phone and fax machine. I'm saving these bottles of cold duck for a special romantic dinner. All of the flavor and none of the mind-numbing alcohol. Humphrey Bogart, my one true inspiration. Ah, the Royal Game of India. In my book, Parcheesi, Twister, and Ms. Pac-Man are the triumvirate of competitive gaming. Well, 5 would be nice here.
Are you the private investigator?
Oh, that's what someone painted on the door.
I'll take that as a yes. I'd like to hire you, if you're available.
Well, it just so happens that I am. What can I do for you, Ms.
Linsky, but I'd prefer if you called me Sylvia.
Okay, Sylvia. I'm Tex Murphy. Have a seat.
I'm sorry if I disturbed your game.
Well, that's all right. I was losing anyway.
Would you like one?
No, actually, there's a rumor going around that those things are bad for you.
Lots of things are bad for you. That doesn't stop me from enjoying them.
So, why are you in the market for a PI?
My father, Carl Linsky, died a week ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
The police think it's suicide. I believe they're wrong.
Well, the police are usually pretty good in matters like this. I mean, I can't believe they'd make that big a mistake.
My father wasn't suicidal, and I'll pay you to prove it.
Okay, your father's name is... Sorry, was?
Carl Linsky.
Okay. Well, if we rule out the suicide, that leaves 3 other ways to go. I mean, it could have been an accident, or natural causes, or it could have been murder.
The police say that they have witnesses that saw him jump off the Golden Gate Bridge.
Well, I guess that rules out the first 2 then. So you think your father was murdered?
He didn't kill himself, I know it.
Look, if I take your case, you gotta understand there's no money-back guarantee. And it doesn't sound real promising.
I just don't know what else to do.
Who's the officer in charge?
The detective's name is Eve Clements.
All right, I'll go down and I'll talk to her. We can get together later and I'll tell you what I found out.
I'm staying at my father's house. Here's the address. Now, about the money up front. How much do you need? Because I haven't got a lot.
I'm running a special this week. If I decide not to take your case, there isn't going to be any charge.
Thank you. I'll be waiting.
It's nice to meet you, Sylvia.
Welcome to the American Information Database. We hope you enjoy your free 2-week trial subscription. Our new voice recognition interface makes requesting information more convenient than ever before. Simply tell us the topic you want researched. The request will be immediately transmitted to our central database. Any available information will be sent, usually within seconds, to your fax number. What topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Carl Linsky has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Detective Eve Clements has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? A search for information on Sylvia Linsky has been initiated. What other topic would you like us to research? Thank you for using the American Information Database. Goodbye.
Do you have a fax?
Fax? Oh, I knew this thing had come in handy. The lady on QVC said these commemorative Elvis plates were collectible.
It doesn't sound like a very promising start.
Well, like I said, I was running out of cash fast and was pretty desperate for a case. I knew Detective Clements and figured I'd pay her a visit. The only problem was she and the Colonel were pretty tight, and like I told you, I'd gotten the Colonel in some trouble not long before.
Get out!
You busy?
If it isn't Tex Murphy. Sold out any fellow PIs lately?
I guess you heard about the little tiff I had with the colonel. You know it's bad form to engage in malicious gossip.
We had a drink together a couple of nights ago. He said if I saw you, to be sure and tell you to go to hell.
You broke the law. You of all people should appreciate what I did.
Officially speaking, you should have turned the colonel in. Off the record, I wouldn't trust you to walk my dog.
Well, would you trust me to walk your cat?
Sure. I hate cats. Almost as much as pansy PIs wasting my time.
Look, I'll be so quick you won't even know I was here.
Give me one good reason why I should do any favors for you.
Listen, I just went into business for myself and I'm kind of relying on people like you to help me out.
All right, Murphy. You're just lucky you caught me in a charitable mood. But be quick about it. Six witnesses saw Linsky take the dive. Their stories matched up and they all checked out.
And they all ID'd Linsky.
Not exactly. None of them were close enough to make an absolutely positive ID, but they described his general appearance, build, and clothing. Body wasn't found for a couple of days. Wasn't in the best shape when we fished it out of the bay, but we were able to make an identification using the personal effects found on the body. Coroner said the cause of death was drowning. No other injuries, though there was a scar back here. Linsky probably had surgery done recently. That's all. Standard stuff. Wallet, keys, and a suicide note neatly sealed in a Ziploc bag. We didn't follow it up since it had nothing to do with his suicide. I'd let you see it, but it's logged in as evidence. The handwriting, incidentally, was a 100% match. I'm willing to help you out because you're just getting started in the business. But don't abuse the privilege. As next of kin, she was notified and came in to identify her father's body. Didn't take it too well. One of the uniforms had to drive her home. The colonel seems to think you've got the potential to be a good PI. Once you wake up to reality and get your priorities straight.